100 kilometers ago, I put my Adidas EVO SLs on the shelf and made this my daily shoe. If you've been following along, you know that that's not a decision I made lightly. I put over 500 kilometers on those EVO SLs. They were my go-to for months. So when I said the Puma Deviate Pure might actually beat them, I knew I couldn't just say that after one run and walk away. I had to actually live in this shoe. So today, over 100 kilometers in, I'm giving you the real verdict. Does it hold up? Does it still beat the EVO SL now that that honeymoon phase is over? Let's get into it. Because here's the thing, shoe reviews, the first run impression is basically useless for telling you what you actually need to know. Anything feels good for 5 kilometers. What matters is what's left of the foam at 50K, what the outsole looks like at 100K, and whether the shoe that impressed you on day one is the same shoe you're still reaching for by choice a month later. So that's what this is. No hype, just the mileage talking. If you caught my 50K check-in, you know the early signs were good. The foam was holding its bounce, the upper was breaking in nicely, no hot spots, no complaints. But 50K is still early. A lot of shoes feel great at 50K and then fall apart right around the point where you'd actually trust them for a long run or a race. So the real test was always going to be this next 50, getting us to the 100K mark. Let's start with the outsole, because that's usually the first thing on a shoe. At 100K, the wear pattern is concentrated right where I'd expect for my gait. A bit of wear on the lateral heel, but there's no exposed foam, no chunks missing, nothing that's telling me this shoe is on its last legs at all. Looks pretty darn good. That Puma Grip is nasty. Compare that to some of the more aggressive race day shoes I've run where 100K would have the outsole looking like it went through a wood chipper. This is holding up like a proper daily trainer should. Next, the midsole. This is where a lot of hyped shoes quietly disappoint you because the foam that felt incredible out of the box slowly turns into a dead compressed brick by 100K. I'd pay close attention to this because it's exactly what got me with a different pair a while back. And honestly, the energy return is still there. It's not identical to a fresh pair. There's a slight honest softening you can feel if you're paying attention, but it's not the cliff drop I was bracing for. It still feels alive underneath my foot. The upper has aged well too. Very well, I might add. No blown out toe box, no fraying at the heel counter. The knit is still doing its job breathing on warmer runs. If I'm nitpicking, there's a little more give around the midfoot than day one, but nothing that's affecting lockdown or stability. And stability is really the category that matters most here because that's exact area where my EVO SLs eventually started raising questions for me. At 100K, this shoe still feels planted. No wobble, no collapsing inward on toe off, which for a shoe in this weight and cushioning class is genuinely impressive. So the actual comparison, my EVO SLs were fantastic in their own right, probably my favorite shoe. I put over 500 kilometers on mine and I'll still defend them for certain workouts. But here's where the Deviate Pure has actually earned a permanent spot in my rotation instead of just being a replacement for daily runs and easy miles. This is now the shoe I reach for without thinking about it. It's more forgiving, more stable at the end of a tired run, and at 100K, it's degrading slower than I expected. Where I'd still give the edge to the EVO SL is pure top-end speed feel. There's a snappier, more aggressive sensation when I really open up the pace, so if you're asking me to pick one shoe to do everything, I'm not sure either one is that shoe. But if you're asking me which one I trust more right now, at 100 kilometers in, for the bulk of my weekly mileage, it's the Deviate Pure. So verdict at 100K, this shoe has genuinely earned its spot as my daily trainer. It's not just surviving the mileage, it's aging in a way that makes me trust it more, not less. I'll be honest, I went into this test half expecting to eat my words from the initial review. I'm not eating them now. I'm going to keep putting miles on these and check back in once I hit 200. If you want to see whether this holds up long-term, subscribe so you catch that update. And if you're currently deciding between these two shoes yourself, drop a comment. Tell me what you're using them for. Daily miles, race day, and I'll help you figure out which one actually makes sense for your rotation. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.